And that, when I think about freedom and why I'm doing what I'm doing, it's permission to do whatever the I want, right? And that's exciting. I have probably had more agency than most due to a lot of different circumstances in my life, but I discovered my independence and autonomy a long, long time ago. I also realized that as I learned to leverage that to its fullest capacity, it made a lot of people in my world pretty uncomfortable and or inconvenienced. And the challenge for them was that was not my problem. And by doing what I want to do, the way I wanted to do it, I certainly enjoyed myself a hell of a lot more. People were able to get a lot of value out of that. That's how I carved out a career in the music and then the arts and then nonprofits and then in small business, now in bigger business. And also it made a handful of people pretty unhappy. It continues to make a handful of people inconvenienced because as I course correct and continue to strategize towards my success, that doesn't continue to include everybody. And that also might feel like I am exercising my own freedom or agency or power or privilege at the expense of someone else's, which I am very aware of and also totally open to exploring at any given moment. I encourage people to start to advocate for themselves, to understand, oh, wow, this doesn't feel good any longer. And we can talk about that. This is a safe place for that. When it comes to choosing your freedom, it can feel like it's impossible, which is essentially permission to not do the damn thing. And so we need to work out strategies that allow us to explore that freedom, to grow and invest in our freedom. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I think when you know what matters most to you, AKA your values, you can start to use that as a filter. When you think you're in an either or, lose or not lose, you're in the binary. And the reality is there are endless choices available to you. And that is logical. That is proven. That is fact. If you can't see more than 3 choices, like a multiple choice offer, take a beat, take a pause. Fear and force is infiltrating your space. And we're so used to being positioned in this place of adversity, one or the other, winner or loser. And the reality is, there's always a multiple choice option. If you can't see that, try on an energy stacking activity, get out of your rut, and something like remote work could give you a real opportunity to test, does just a little bit more freedom in the way that I'm working change the way I feel about my work. Pattern interrupt. Call that person and tell them exactly what you think. I mean, hopefully it's gushing adoration, but you do you, boo. Do something right now to express freedom in this moment. Cultivate that belief in you by backing you. The thing that's been over here that hasn't gone away, that matters. It doesn't matter if it's the most important thing or your numero priority right now. Take it seriously. Indulge in it for the next 5 minutes. I don't know what that might look like for you. Maybe it's painting a picture. Maybe it's jotting some notes down on a cocktail napkin. Maybe it's putting something, ripping everything out of your journal and writing that word on the front of your journal and saying, this, I'm drawing a line in the sand right now for the next 5 minutes, and this is my reality. You get to march to the rhythm of your own beat. And if 4 to the floor is driving you crazy, try like a 12/8 doo-wop. Be weird. Get weird. Let people think you lost your mind for a minute. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? You can change your mind. You can go back to the doldrums of your reality and march to that 4/4 beat anytime you need to. It will always be there, my friend. Try something different. Explore your freedom. Say yes to the unknown. Create certainty and uncertainty by getting comfortable with being uncomfortable.